Welcome to this training brought to you by the North San Diego County Realtors, where we turn real-world case interpretations published by the National Association of Realtors into practical lessons that strengthen your understanding of the Code of Ethics in action. Today's focus: conditioning submission of a purchase offer on execution of a pre-listing agreement from Case Interpretation 1-14 under Article 1 of the Realtor Code of Ethics. Let's begin with Article 1 of the Realtor Code of Ethics, which forms the foundation for this case. This case shows how personal financial motives can quickly interfere with the realtor's obligation to put the client's interests first.
Owner A listed his home with Realtor B on an exclusive listing which was disseminated through the multiple listing service. Mr. C, a recent transferee to the city, was represented by Realtor D, who showed Mr. and Mrs. C a number of properties. Of the properties they had seen, Mr. and Mrs. C decided that Owner A's home was the only one that suited their needs. They told Realtor D they were prepared to make a full price offer to maximize their chances of purchasing the home. Realtor D agreed to write the offer, but first produced a pre-listing agreement which, if signed, would obligate Mr. and Mrs. C to give Realtor D or his assigns the exclusive right to sell the property for 90 days should they ever decide to list the property for sale. Mr. and Mrs. C objected to committing to a future listing, but Realtor D insisted he would not prepare or submit their offer to Realtor B and Owner A unless the C signed the pre-listing agreement. Mr. and Mrs. C left without making an offer or signing the pre-listing agreement. The next morning, they called Realtor D stating that if the property was still available, they would enter into the pre-listing agreement since they still wanted to purchase the house. The pre-listed agreement and the purchase offer were signed, their offer was accepted by Owner A, and the sale subsequently closed. After the closing, Mr. and Mrs. C filed an ethics complaint with the local board of realtors alleging a violation of Article 1 on the part of Realtor D. At the hearing, Realtor D defended his actions, arguing that his conduct in no way had injured the buyers or sellers. He noted that Owner A's home had sold at the full price, and Mr. and Mrs. C purchased the home they wanted at the price they were willing to pay. In addition, Realtor D was prepared to put forth his best effort to sell Mr. and Mrs. C's home if they ever decided to sell. After hearing the evidence and testimony, the hearing panel concluded that Realtor D had violated Article 1. By entering into a principal-client relationship, Realtor D was obligated to protect and promote his client's interests. The hearing panel concluded that by conditioning submission of his client's offer on their signing a pre-listing agreement, Realtor D had placed his financial gain ahead of his client's interests, which is prohibited under Article 1.
Owner A had his property listed with Realtor B through the MLS. Buyer clients Mr. and Mrs. C were working with Realtor D, who had shown them several homes. They decided Owner A's home was the right one and were ready to make a full price offer. But before writing or submitting that offer, Realtor D produced a pre-listing agreement, a contract that would require the buyers to give him the exclusive right to sell their home if they ever decided to sell it in the future. When the buyers refused to sign, Realtor D said that he would not prepare or submit their offer. They left frustrated, only to call back the next morning agreeing to sign just so that they could buy the house. After the sale closed, Mr. and Mrs. C filed an ethics complaint against Realtor D, alleging a violation of Article 1. Their claim: Realtor D had placed his own potential financial gain ahead of his client's best interest by refusing to submit their offer until they signed his separate listing agreement. In his defense, Realtor D argued that no one was harmed. The seller received a full-price sale, and his buyers got the house they wanted. He added that he fully intended to work hard to sell their home in the future if they ever listed it. To him, it was a simple business arrangement, not an ethical issue. The hearing panel found Realtor D in violation of Article 1. By making his client's offer conditional on their signing a pre-listing agreement, he shifted the focus from protecting and promoting their interests to securing his own future commission. The panel determined this conduct placed personal gain above client loyalty, a direct violation of the realtor's fiduciary and ethical duties. Here are the key takeaways. Never make your services conditional on unrelated agreements that benefit you. The client's interests must always come first, no exceptions. Ethics isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about avoiding pressure or appearance of self-interest that undermines trust. Let's take a moment to reflect. What would you have done if your buyers refused to sign a pre-listing agreement? Would you still have submitted their offer? How do you balance the pursuit of future business with your ethical duty of current client loyalty? Thanks for joining us for this case interpretation review. This case is a reminder that the moment you put conditions on your client's opportunity, you risk putting your interest above theirs. Protect your client's trust, act with honesty and loyalty, and stay grounded in the code. For more real-world training and resources, visit www.youtube.com/@NSDC Realtors.